Welcome back, ambitious babes. We are back. It's been a while. We've had a little
Been a hot
break.
minute.
We've been crazy busy, but we're back at Q, one of our favorite places in Bowling Green.
Cheers.
I tried this latte for the first time during spring break, and I'm obsessed. It's a white chocolate covered strawberry, and I am obsessed with it.
And I'm drinking a latte that she had. So that was the white chocolate strawberry covered strawberry. White chocolate covered strawberry will probably be the next one I try. This one is the lavender and vanilla, which was from her. I get all my cool ideas from her.
Well, I tried. It's been a hot minute since we've been together for a coffee talk. I did one with my mom last week. She was totally nervous. She's like, are you sure you want me to do it? I threw it on her like 5 minutes before we started filming. So
Best way to do it. Just rip the Band-Aid. Wait, okay, so we're both in education. And our probably the 3 busiest times of the year. Of course, the opening of school, right before Christmas, and then the closing of school. And while we're not closing yet, we've started that season. And of course, we were just on spring break last week, or I guess the week before last. So it's just been really hectic, and you didn't hear much of me at all last week because I was in Disney. Which, as long as I get it done, I'm gonna have a whole blog post for you guys about what I learned from my experience at Disney. But yeah, anywho, we've got a whole list of things that came through when we asked for suggestions of what you want to hear about. What's their fun, light topics? Would you say?
Super light, and it actually made me think for a minute because I was like, I don't really know what to say. So we had to think on it a minute before we jumped on here, but it's gonna be good.
Pretty good. Be a fun one. So let's start with splurges. What are you splurging? I guess we get to break this into different topics. What are your biggest splurges? I guess that could be what do you feel like you spend money on or do that maybe it's not a have to, but it's a want, or maybe it's a one item or something. What do you think?
Mine's gonna be general clothes. I swear I think I have an addiction. It's just you get these deals pop into your email, or you get you just see something pop up, or Sarah posts a picture of her wearing a cute outfit, and I'm like, oh Brandon, I gotta go buy this.
I need that.
And it's clothes is the one thing that I'm willing to spend money on though, because for me, my body changes a lot. And so it's one day I can wear one outfit and I feel great in it, and the next day I put it on, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never wearing this again.
Why did I wear that?
Yes. And so it's kind of I want to be comfortable in what I'm wearing. I want to be comfortable in how I feel in an outfit. So I do quite a bit of shopping. I go through my closet all the time. I'm constantly getting rid of stuff, putting new stuff in. So I would say clothes. I'm willing to spend money on clothes. What about you?
If I didn't say clothes, you would probably self-follow me because I would be lying. I do. I love fashion. I love looking at fashion. I love getting into. And I'm one of those people I don't know if you saw. I guess it was Friday. My OOTD, trying to be so hip there. Of the short sleeve sweatshirt, and that was a trend. I was like, well, that's junk. I'm not buying a short sleeve sweatshirt. That makes no sense. And what did I do? I bought a sweatshirt.
And she looked cute in it, y'all. I saw her at work and she looked adorable.
Well, and it was from Target. It was affordably priced. I did have to size up for Wayne, but I was like, okay, well, here I go. I'm really bad about that. I see a trend come out, I'm like, although I still cannot get behind the crop top. Still can't do it.
I bought 2 crop tops. One is a sweatshirt, and one is a crop top workout shirt.
That.
Okay, I wear it at home. I won't wear it out in public. And my crop top sweatshirt is the mocha one that I got from Shop S&A, and I'm telling you, I love it. I sized up so that I would have a little bit of length, but it falls right at my pant line. That's short enough for me.
It's cute on you.
That is short enough. I can't go any shorter than that. my crop top workout tank top is a crop top.
Like full on.
And Brayden's like, you're never wearing that outside this house. Like, he's like, why did you buy that? I'm like, listen, I feel good when I work out in it. I'm like, this is what the cute little skinny girls wear at the gym. This is what I'm gonna wear. But I can't. I don't know. I just if you do this, that is fine. But like the sports bras out in public with like a sweater over it, that's just not me.
No,
I can't do it.
Not me either. And rock on if it is you, whatever.
I'm
Do
sure I
you
did
do.
it when I was in high school, probably.
It wasn't a thing like in high school. I mean, because I'm old. We didn't even think about that. Plus, I was kind of a jock, so if I wasn't in sweatpants or ball shorts or, that was pretty much like standard. Pretty much 6
Yeah.
months out of the year was sweatpants and a t-shirt or a sweatshirt.
You threw in a dress like once every 6 months.
Oh, I probably didn't even own a dress.
I was athletic and I did all that stuff, but I would throw everybody like, they'll be like, where did this come from? I threw a dress in, like a t-shirt dress, like once every 3 months.
I don't think the guy owned a dress.
Oh my goodness, I worry about you now.
Nor I did wear makeup, but minimal. Like people don't believe me, but I wasn't a girly girl in high school. I was straight up jock. Didn't really care. Didn't really get into the whole hair and makeup scene until I was probably like getting paid earning my own money teacher, because I didn't have any. I was a poor college kid, poor high school student. You don't make that much money working part time in a small town. Or there's not even a Walmart. You got the Sears catalog to shop from. But probably like, and it's really hard to, I don't even know if there's one particular clothing item that I spend the most money on. But if I had to go out there on a limb, I would have to say dresses. Like I could probably spend more money on dresses. Like when I go to a website and I'm looking for, whatever they've got new, or if I've seen something, usually what catches my eye is a dress. And I don't know why, but that's just my go-to. I'm probably scarred from when I was younger, because when I was growing up, there was no such thing as talls. Like that just wasn't a thing. You could every once in a while find a pair of Levi's that were a little bit longer. So
She wore high waters before they were cool.
totally cropped. I was so fashion forward. But seriously, like there was no such thing. So the thing that would fit me better was a dress. Lord knows I didn't wear any shorts to school other than my ball shorts, because I was gonna be dress coded. And it's not like I'm that tall. I'm only 5'8". Who knows? Maybe not even 5'8" anymore. Maybe going on the decline. I don't know. But I think I just lean towards dresses, and then of course shoes.
Shoes are big.
Shoes.
I came home with another pair of shoes and Brayden was like, are you kidding me? Because shoes, y'all, I am a strong believer that your feet are your foundation. If you are not comfortable, then how are you going to get through your day? Like, we are on our feet all day long. If we're not wearing comfortable shoes, the whole outfit don't work. I'm just in a bad mood. Your shoes are your foundation.
And shoes are hard because, like, I spent the first, dare I say, 15 years in my teaching education in a set of heels. Like, I used to teach kindergarten in heels. And I never thought a thing about it, all the way around.
I don't know.
But then something happened. I don't know, maybe around 35, maybe, somewhere around there. I can't do it anymore, girls. I just can't. Like my hips and my back and my knees and my ankles. and like, I don't think I'm on my feet really anymore. Now, I might have to do a little more jogging in my current position. Another story for another time. But I do spend money on shoes, and like, there's a fine balance between comfort and cute.
Yeah.
And you gotta get something that's in between there. We should do a whole blog post just on shoes.
We do, me too.
Like I have like my go-to brands that, and they're not cheap usually. And you know if you want to find them on sale, you gotta look. And you know what my other splurge is? Yes, makeup.
I just need to take y'all through Sarah's makeup stuff one day. Like, she she packed up when we did that live. She had this little like train case, like it was like a suitcase, and she's like, "Oh, I just threw in a few of my items." I'm like, "A few?" There was like hundreds of things in this little case, and I came over with my little caboodle, like I'm ready to go, and she's like, "Oh, I threw a few items in." I'm like, the whole table is covered in Sarah's makeup. I'm like, "Oh, okay," but y'all, I need to show y'all like Sarah's stuff because it is a few items. She has more makeup than anybody I know. It's crazy.
Well, I like a good eye palette, okay? And then let me just tell you this. So I was getting ready for today, and I don't know, I was a little foul when I got up this morning. I was like, "Rah." I'm like, I'm not getting ready. So Chelsea texts me, and she's like, look at my new eye palettes. I think I'm going to play around in these today. And I was like, SHIT. Now I'm going to have to put on makeup.
Which I barely put any on today. I just did a little eye in the corner, but they're very bold colors, so I'm like, I need to figure out how to do these first before I jump on camera with them.
So I got out a palette and put on some makeup because I knew Chelsea was going to be bringing it this morning, so I didn't need to be smudging a stick on and moving on with my life. I put on eyeliner this morning.
Y'all.
Anyway, I do like a good palette, and like every palette that I buy, like eyeshadow palette, I always say it's going to be my last one because I'm like, I
It's
have
not.
exceeded the colors. Like I have all the colors. I have all the colors and all the things. And then someone will come out with a new collection, and I'm like, oh dang, that's so cute.
It's one of those things. You see it and you're like, I need that.
I do
Like,
need that.
I probably don't, but I do.
I don't need it, but I do. Third world problems right there.
That's not, like, Ulta sent me a thing. That's why I went and got those 2 eyeshadow palettes. Ulta sent me a thing that was like, hey, they're 25% off. You know, they could just be messing with me sometimes. Like, Brayden's like, Chelsea, it's like $1 off. You don't need it. I'm like, it's on sale. You
It's on
have
sale.
you have
Don't
to
judge
go.
me, Brandon. Stop it.
But I have recently gotten into makeup. All my makeup, I would say, is not like, I don't spend a ton of money on makeup. There's a few things that I have kind of spent money on, which is like my actual face stuff. Like, I have a cheap moisturizer, but like the e.l.f. toner is a little bit more expensive than some other toners and stuff like that. But I don't know. I wouldn't say I spend a ton of money on makeup. I'm trying to get better, which I just
pick and choose like
Yeah.
what I'm going to spend money on.
yeah
Like some things, Elf totally rocks it. I mean,
yeah.
totally rocks it.
Yeah. I did try, you know, we talked about, we got that new Fit Me Poreless primer or whatever, foundation. I got the pressed powder one to try it because I watched a girl do it, and then now I've bought that, so we'll see. I messed around with another one today that's brand new. It's like the Olay and CoverGirl mixture.
Oh, yeah.
Saw it on TikTok. That's what's killed me is TikTok.
I don't know. I do the TikToking every once in a while, but I don't post anything. But
That's what, it's like TikTok gets me these ideas, like I need to try it, and then I try it and I love it, so.
That one or this one? That one
There you go.
sounds gonna get some size. Yeah.
all right. So another topic that came through that you all wanted us to discuss was pet peeves. One of my pet peeves is the fact that I have a little piece of skin on my nose right here, and I can see it through my. But,
I didn't even notice it.
Did you Bradley know you were coming? Yeah.
so what's a pet peeve you got there, Chels?
Let me just think about it. Honestly,
Soul bagel with,
I don't know. Pretty much anything Brayden does. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like,
Relationship facts.
I don't know if it's actually a pet peeve, but like my OCD like kicks in on certain things. Like, if someone like just like leaves stuff out and like it sits there for more than like 10 minutes when there's a place for it, like
my office
wow.
probably drives me nuts.
It does. Sarah's office kind of gives me hives a little bit when you walk in there. Like, you can't even see the wood on the top of her desk anymore because there's so much stuff. A lot of it is makeup, to be honest.
No, I moved all that over to the other one.
She has like 60 lip things in her office, and then she brings more in and puts the other one on.
I got 2 organizers this year that I have put on my little desk where I get ready.
Does all your lipstick fit in the organizers?
Most. Kinda.
Anyways, like, it just like when when people know I'm like super weird about things, but like Brayden will come in and set his stuff on the counter, and then it's still sitting there. I'm like, hey, do you mind to put that away? The next day I walk by and it's still there. I'm like,
Is that when you go to like a level 10, like
a little
nuclear?
bit. Like I give him maybe like 2 or 3 days, and I will be honest. Sometimes like when I'm in a bad mood, like I'll let stuff like that slide because then I end up doing it myself. But like just living in clutter, and Brandon knew I was that way when we got together, so like he's on that level with me now. Like he kind of understands. But like the biggest thing, if you have, and I'm not talking about you, I promise, because you guys just moved into a rental house, so they're storing like a lot of stuff. But like, if you have so much stuff in your garage, it drives me crazy. And then you leave your garage open. Like, it happens in our neighborhood all the time. And that was one thing I told Brandon, I was like, we will not do this. Because it is just like, it eats me alive.
Like I'm there with you. Now, my office is not a good example of how I really live.
And it's weird, like, sometimes your workspace or, like, even, like, my vanity, like, my makeup vanity, it's insane. But, like, it's other things. It's, like, other places.
Yeah. But now I will say we have lived in clutter. We lived it in the house that we just sold, and we're in a rental right now because we moved. There's so much stuff. There's like boxes and boxes. Yeah, I could definitely. I'm there with you. I'm there with you.
It's just, like,
Every place has its thing and everything has its place.
but, like, if I know that you've been living here for, like, 50 years, like, why is it still, like, why are you still moving boxes in your garage? Like, and I don't know,
Get rid of it or put it
maybe
away.
you don't have enough space, that's fine. It's just, like, it eats me alive when I have to, like, see it every day. I don't know. I don't know if that's a pet peeve. I don't know. It's something that irks
you?
me. Yeah.
Like moodiest pet peeve ever. Probably all revolves around like broken promises and like trust issues are big things. Like if you tell me you're gonna do something, I don't want to go as far as to say lying, but if you're gonna tell me that you're gonna do something and then you just don't do it, like that really bothers me. Like come to me and say, I'm not gonna get to do this. I'm not, sorry, and that's cool. But just to like me tell you, hey, let's do this, or can you do this, or I'm expecting you just to do it, and then it doesn't get done, and you're not communicating with me. Like that gets to be nuclear.
I can see that. I can see that.
And maybe that's just like my type A personality, what I do for a living. Maybe that's all that combined together. I don't know. That's probably, and I cannot stand somebody who you're driving down the road and you are on the wrong lane. Get out of the fast lane if you're in gross lane.
I've been in a car with Sarah. Yeah. Get out of the fast lane. You're not supposed to be there.
Or risk your life and let Chelsea drive.
Yeah, I'm a terrible driver. I don't know what it is this week, but like I've had 6 people point that out to me this week. And literally like Zach Watts texted Brayden and told him, he was like, hey, I rode in the car with Chelsea, why do you let her drive? I'm like, it came out of nowhere. I don't understand. Okay, I'm not the best driver, but I get myself to point A and point B,
You do.
no problem.
You do.
There might be some hiccups along the way, but I get there.
We all make sure that Chelsea has a car that like beeps and honks at her when she's doing, shifting lanes and whatnot.
I try my best.
Another like personal pet peeve of mine is not matching. Like if something doesn't match, it makes
Are you
me
looking at
angry.
me for that?
I'm like talking about like
I'm trying to like make us like
when things are just off balance or like crooked. Like do you ever like walk into like an office, someone's house, and then their picture be leaning, and you just want to go.
So she kind of all the lights, and it was just.
Or like if you're looking at a sign
We had
and
one
then
bed. So me and my mom were like snuggling in one bed.
it makes you feel weird, like if things are off balance or that they don't match, or
Laid on that.
you're like, oh my gosh, those are like 2 colors of red. Why would they put those together? No, that's probably mine.
That's why she's the design person at school. We normally can't do anything without her approval. because it kind of like we'll come up with a lot of ideas, and then she's like, okay, but not this color together.
And I think I'm crazy. So we planned this tea for our girls a couple years ago. I guess.
I almost quit because of Sarah.
No, she did not. So we're like trying to get the tablescape together, and I have this vision. So I'm like, let's just take all this stuff into the cafeteria and let's just lay it out and just make sure we all have a clear vision of how this is gonna go. And I'm like, 3-tier platter here, little saucers with flowers here, and I'm like this color, and I'm like, oh, I don't even remember what it was. There's something that didn't match. There's something that didn't.
It was like 2 different color pinks.
Oh,
Because
yes.
the tablecloths were like a baby pink.
Yes.
And then we had like the pamphlets or the
Yes.
programs.
They were like a blush pink, and those were like a hot pink, weren't they?
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And it was one of those again. It was like, do we have a different color napkin or a different color?
She's like, we
paper?
need some different dimension. Granted, this is like the day before the
That's
tea.
the day before.
Because we were out of town and we came back.
Was it?
Yes. During this time, I was away on a work conference, so we're planning this thing. It's like 3 days before. I'm gone for 3 days. I come back with 1 day before the tea.
Is this why I'm texting you
While
today?
at the conference, Sarah is texting us at like 3 a.m. like ideas. And I'm like, why is my phone going off?
I am really bad about that because I forget that not everybody gets up as early as I do or is at work as early as we are. And I try to get in touch with people all the time. And I try to do better about it. I at least try to wait till like 5 because I feel like most of us that have to be at work, by 6:30 are up at 5.
I feel like you get your like best thinking done early in the morning. And that's
do.
why you're like, I gotta get it off my mind.
I
like,
do.
She's funny, y'all. And I'm telling you, when I got home and then my phone started doing the same thing, Brandon's like, who is texting you this early in the morning? I'm like, it's just Sarah, just ignore it, just ignore it.
Don't look at it, she'll go away. Or she'll keep texting.
I think I'm like that sometimes, like, but mine's like more late at night. Like, I'll stay up all hours of the night, and if I think of something, like, I'll text people, they're like, oh, it is 12:30.
You can text me all night long. Because when I go to bed, I ain't gonna hear it. My phone will be on, making a noise all night. I will never hear it.
I'm a light sleeper.
When I'm out, I'm out.
I'm a light sleeper. Like, anything can wake me up. Brandon will say that's not true, and he says that I snore. I don't believe that, but whatever.
No. My husband says he has long conversations with me at night, and I do not even recall these conversations.
What'd you say?
Wait, where's that one?
No idea.
Maybe those conversations that he's like, yeah, you told me I could do this.
Yeah, probably.
Remember? With your eyes closed.
You said.
Oh my gosh.
So what else? We got anything else on our list that we were gonna knock off today?
Oh, most dreaded chores.
Oh,
All? Are all chores on here?
laundry.
Laundry is my favorite thing to do.
Oh my god, I hate it. It's the last thing I do. Like right now, like almost all the laundry for the week is done, but it is just sitting there in a pile, and I will wait until the last thing on tonight.
See, that would be my pet peeve too. Like, don't let it sit there. Why? It's
I
like
don't wanna
clean.
do
Put it
it.
up.
I don't want to do it.
That and leaving empty hangers in a closet. That eats me alive. Like, I literally raise my voice to Brandon. And he knows how much it bugs me. So like, if I walk in the closet and I know he's pulled the shirt out and the hanger's sticking straight up, I'm like, Brandon, Scott! And he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean
At
to.
first and middle.
He like comes right in there because he knows. But that irks me. Like, anything that has to do with laundry too. Like, it's clean. Put it away.
I just do. I hate doing laundry. I did recently purchase a folding board.
She was so excited about this.
And it's made a difference in like the storing of my laundry. I think once we get moved, like I will go through and refold everything in mine and Adley's stuff. Another segment.
We just have one segment where we talk about our husbands.
And then what would it look like if they did one on us?
Hey,
The perfection is real, guys.
You think I would be here? I've been here for 4 years already. Yeah.
Brandon says that Sarah's been bad for me because now I'm more aware of like clothes and makeup, and then I'm also aware of like things that he does now. I was like, how's that on Sarah?
Real, that's not on me, Brandon. Come on.
Well, it's really
Yeah, that.
messed me up.
I hate laundry. I used to hate emptying the dishwasher, but I don't mind that as much anymore. But laundry is such a chore. And Adley is in the stage now where, like, we need to go up in size of hangers. So some things fit on some hangers and some don't. It's just a chore. And then the hanger issue, I'm like, can you please look at some hangers for me, please? Pretty please. I still need some hangers to hang our clothes on. So if you would, and we have a rental property, and then we rent out during the warmer months, and we do linens. We wash the linens. So my husband's pretty good about putting those in the washer and in the dryer, but then I end up folding them. And that's such a chore. I mean, I have not mastered the fitted sheet, y'all. Like, I have not. Maybe I'll get it mastered since I'm folding like 3 sets of fitted sheets every weekend. Maybe I'll get it mastered and do a whole video on it. But anyway, that's probably like my number one.
Mine would be dusting. I put it off as long as possible, but I have 2 dogs that shed like crazy. So it's like their hair sticks to the dust bunnies, sticks to like everything. And I don't do it nearly as much as I should, but I'm telling you, like, it is, my house is disgusting in dog hair.
Yeah. But I do like dusting because it's immediate gratification. It's like, oh, well, and I will go through a bottle pledge. Like, if I am, and I'm gonna like start at the bottom, or no, I usually start at the top and I work my way down. So I've got this big black touch. It was shined up. It was got new anyway. I'll just dust it. It's immediate gratification and get it all done.
How about you come to my house and dust it, and I'll go to your house and do laundry.
Deal. I don't mind dusting at all. I like to see it shine. Now, you better buy me some pledge. No, you buy me cheap stuff. I want pledge.
I'll buy you off rate. Brayden and I made a deal that I would never do dishes because also that like grosses me out, like the food in the sink and the I don't know, like I'm weird, like it's a texture thing, like when you're touching the wet food. But Brayden said if I will do all the laundry, he'll do all the dishes, so I never have to do dishes, which is amazing. But Brayden also makes the dishes a lot harder, and if you try to help him out, you don't do it right. He practically full-on washes the dish before he puts it in the dishwasher, and I found that a lot of people think that's the right way to do it. Like people like actually like wipe it off, rinse everything off, so it's almost like a clean plate, and then you put it in.
I give it like a rinse to get the chunks off.
But like if you use like a sauce and the sauce that like still lines of the sauce in there, he makes sure all that's gone before he puts it in.
I ain't got time for that.
I'm like, I'll happily do all the laundry. You can do all that.
I'm from Michigan.
I mean, I try to like
Toledo, Ohio.
make sure there's something that's not gonna like not come off, especially if it's one of those hard things like cheese or eggs or something like that. But I ain't doing that. Which I do the majority of the dishes. Every once in a while, Jamie will empty the dishwasher. That used to be his job, but
She is like
he may or may not have been using it efficiently. So I may or may not have taken it over again. Just saying. Control freak. You can go and say it. It's all right. I am myself. I keep telling you I'm a type A personality. I'd just rather do it myself and have it done correctly. But Jamie likes to.
I just watched my
Like he strategically puts his dishes in, and if you don't match that strategic pattern, he gets a little upset. He's like, "Why would you put that in there? Why wouldn't it go in here?"
Actually,
I know there's a lot of you, and you would think with me being a little bit type A that would be me, but
But that was so good. I was sitting there, I was like, I want to watch
I'm like, just get in there and watch it, okay?
On like a Wednesday. I'm like about to take a nap, so I put it on and I'm like,
I try not to touch them. I'll help out every now and then, but it's just not me. I love some laundry. I'll throw on my show, fold my laundry up, and then I go into the bedroom, turn the show back on in the bedroom, and finish putting laundry away.
maybe if I had a better place to fold, it would be like an easier place to fold. I'm either folding on the floor or on the bed. The bed's not too bad, but when I have to fold in the living room, it's on the floor, it doesn't work as well.
Me and Taylor at
Well, I think that's it for today.
I think we've covered all the topics.
Yeah,
we appreciate
Oh, yeah, that was
you
whenever
guys sending in things that you would like
I
us to discuss. I have some ideas for this coming summer. Yeah, they are a little. Hopefully you can still hear us, okay? Keith Ideas coming, and I have some ideas in my brain for this summer. And then Chelsea and I are going to go on a girls trip, and I think there could be a lot of fun to be had there because we're going to have some other ambitious babes with us.
Very ambitious.
So I'm thinking we could probably get some of them to.
We have a
come
group
on.
coffee talk.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And it may not be coffee talk, it may be wine talk, it may be seltzer talk. We don't know.
Yeah, mimosa talk.
It'll
But
be
yeah. So, tune in next time. We've got some great things coming up on the blog. This week, next week. There's some good stuff. And I went out on a limb this week. I hope you, by this time you see this, it'll already be posted. So, hopefully you enjoyed it. Give me some feedback. I sent it to Chelsea last night. I was like, I don't think I did a very good job, but I learned
I
some
loved
stuff.
it.
So, the next one will be better. I promise.
Brandon also loved it because I showed it to him because we were in the car and he loved it and he was wondering why you didn't give us any.
You should have come over. It was actually delicious. Delicious. And like, my husband's super picky. Like, super picky. And he complains a lot when I cook, even though I don't cook, y'all. And he actually ate that and was like, is there more? And ate half of Adley's too. Because I made a full one for her too. It was good.
Yeah, I'll have my blog post up probably like 5 today, but it'll be out before this comes out. So, yeah.
I think I've almost got, I loaded it up before, I'm trying to pull up the camera, or on my watch. I tried to pull it up, post it, loaded to YouTube, there we go, before I came today, so hopefully it'll be ready. And if I can get this to load, I'm not going to have to walk up there. I don't know, it's thinking. I can't reach you, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Alright, well bye guys, and thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.